So, this is take 3 of Egg Haven. So, yeah, not gonna stall too much. I just got second place at my chop challenge with the deck. Only lost to Dragon. Other than that, this deck behaved like, played amazingly. So, I really recommend playing it. I mean, set 3 is gonna be coming out in a couple of weeks. And this is my first video, and I really want to try the camera out. So without further ado, hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed the deck profile, and if you're planning on getting this deck, uh, use my deck profile as a reference, so you don't have to copy my entire deck to the point. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So starting off, we're playing 3 copies of Actor's Feria. Amazing to get the counters on Tin Soldier or Alice, and then use Alice effect to move them. She really came up a lot, and the other effect that really came up a lot was the was against Dragon. She put a lot of pressure early game. So yeah, sadly I lost that game due to Shenlong, but this card came in clutch. So yeah. Next 3 copies of Bellringer, amazing card. Really recommend playing it if you have 3 spots on any deck. Sorry for the glare, for the light. It's not the best. Uh, 3 copies of the amulet. Will to overtake. This card is amazing. It stacks the top 3 cards of your deck. You either put any number on top and then put the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. This card is super amazing. Then the other effects that you can pay 1, and if you do, uh, sacrifice this amulet and draw a card. So this card's super amazing. Like I really, 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 really loved it. Now next, trying to get the best angle. So sorry. Next, we're playing 3 copies of Dark Offering. Card is amazing. Played it a lot to get rid of the will to overtake. The majority of the times, I never got rid of this by its own effect. So, because I really didn't want to pay the extra 2, and the only times I did was uh, because I needed to I had extra points and I needed to get rid of it one way or the other. If not, this card is basically the best bread and butter to get rid of any amulet or any card. You could get rid of Bellringer and you draw 2 cards and heal 3, so I really recommend it. It's super good. Next, for one-ups, we're playing 2 copies of Angelic Snipe. Angelic Snipe is pretty cool. Saved me a lot of games, early games against Swordcraft and Abyss. It gets rid of very annoying cards, so yeah, Angelic Snipe, if you have the space, this could be something else, to be honest. Especially now from set 4, we're gonna get a couple of cards that will get this deck pretty good. Now, for cost 2, this is where the deck gets a little bit weird, because I was debating with some cards with my friends. But I'm playing 3 copies of Snow White. This card is amazing. I loved it. If you didn't see your cards, you can stall the majority of the times with her. She goes back into the EX and so on and so forth. The fact that you could just go ahead and give her a counter if she dies, she goes back to the EX. It's super amazing. So I really like it. Uh, and it's just a ward, a very annoying ward. Next uh, for the next cost card, it's going to be Alice Adventure. This basically gets you any card that you need. If you already have Alice, you search for Tin Soldier. If you have Tin Soldier and Alice, you search for Humpty Dumpty. So, or you could just go ahead and search for uh, the Actress Fairia, since she's a Fable card. So this card is pretty good. And then the other effects that really came up a lot of the times is that you can pay 1, sacrifice it, and if you do, you give uh, one of your Fable followers a sail and rush. So yeah, this card is amazing. 3. That's it. You need to play 3 copies. So that's it for the 2 ofs. For 3 ofs, we're playing a lot of generic cards for sure. So we're playing the Humpty Dumpty, evolves for free. Then we're playing Explosion. Never played the card, and I was planning on cutting this card because, to be honest, it's meh. I mean, I never used it because when I had it in my hand, I only had like 2 Dumpties, and one time I did had the time to play it, but I mean, it still won the game, but I really don't see to get used to it. The majority of the times I ended up discarding it. Uh, Next, we're playing the 3 copies of Alice. This is a must if you're playing any Fable deck. So basically, on Fanfare, she gets a Fable counter, and once she gets the Fable counter, you can move it to any other Fable follower. Uh, so you basically just move the Fable counter. And on Evolve, she's just busted top 4, put 2 Fable cards into the EX. So it's pretty good. I'm sorry that you cannot see it very well, but yeah. Humpty Dumpty, 3 of each. That's it. You have to max out for now. Next, the MVP of the deck. The card that you really, really want to see. With if you hit it out of Alice or March Hare Tea Time, Tin Soldier. I call him Tin Can. I don't know why. So Tin Soldier is super good. If he enters from anywhere other than your hand, if I'm not mistaken, that's his wording. He gets a Fable counter, and then the MVP effect is that you can remove 1 Fable counter and deal 2 damage to any follower or enemy leader. So basically, yeah, this card is basically the one that just made me like just won me the majority of the games. Because it just puts too much pressure as soon as you start, either reviving Alice, dropping Alice, putting counters on him, and so on and so forth. Just as soon as you get all the pieces out, you win. The good thing about it is that you can revive him. It gets very annoying if he comes out of the EX. It's very annoying. If you get it on the EX with Alice, Alice moves the counter to him. It's just super extremely annoying. So yeah. So that's it for cost 3. Not sure how it will fall. So alright. For cost 4, playing. That's probably the only card. Yeah, March Hare's Tea Time. This card is amazing. Fanfare. Top 5 of the deck. Choose one Fable card that costs 5 or less, and you can play it into the field. This, if you hit Tin Soldier gets the counter. So it is super good. And then the other effects, you can pay 2. Was it 2 or 1? Yeah, 2, and sacrifice this amulet. And if you do revive a Fable follower, if I'm not mistaken, that costs 3 or less. Yeah, so you can either revive Tin Soldier or um Alice, so you could keep that annoying your opponent in that way. Now for cost 5, I am also playing Pinion Prince. I hope I pronounced that correct. This guy is super sweet. So Fanfare, select a Fable card on your graveyard or cemetery, and put it into your EX area, and put a Fable counter on it. So if you already have your Tin Soldier, or your opponent got rid of the Tin Soldier, you can just revive him, and it gets 2 counters when he goes into the field. So you kind of really, if you hit the PM Prince out of the March Hare, and you have the Tin Soldier on the graveyard, yeah, you're already in a good spot. So that is very good. And the Evolve version just gets a sale. So yeah. Now the only card that I will definitely get rid of is going to be 2 copies of Tim's Degree. Just a board wipe. I mean, it only came one time playing against uh, Runecraft Dirt, and I just literally just bored. Like, he had a lot of golems and this clean end of my turn, and he didn't have much cards to come back. So yeah, but I really didn't like it because Humpty Dumpty kind of does the same. Uh, Obviously, Humpty Dumpty deals damage to your cards on the field, but in some spots, in some situations, you just kind of get rid of everything, and then just bring it back. So yeah. Now for Evolve, we're playing 3 copies of Alice Evolve. I kind of already explained and went through her effect. Her effect is that when on Evolve, look at top 4 cards of your deck and select 2 Fable cards, put them into the EX, and from there on, it's pretty good. And then put the rest into the bottom of the deck in any order. Now the other effect, it's the same as the regular one, that you can move any counter on her to a card in your EX or on the field. So, yeah, Humpty Dumpty Evolve is the card that is basically the self-destruct button of the deck. If things are not looking good, drop the Humpty Dumpty, evolve him. He deals 5 damage to each enemy, to each follow on the field, and then deal 3 damage the to the to the leader. So basically, it's just self-destruct button, and then you discard your hand. So that's kind of like the annoying part. So before doing Humpty Dumpty, you really just want to do Alice just to set up your back row, your EX area. So you know, if you discard your hand, it really doesn't matter. And the good thing about it is like if you blow your field and you have like Alice, you know, things basically just come back. So next we're playing 2 copies of Bell Ringer Evolved. Dealing 2 damage early game comes sometimes. You know, it's nice. And then 2 copies of Pinion Prince. He has a sale. This card is pretty good. I really really love this card. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoy it. So my first video. Subscribe, like, any suggestion, leave it in the comments. I really like to hear it. And thanks for watching.